NBA basketball on 2K. Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. And, of course, Jaylen Brown. One of the things he brought that they'll miss is his slashing ability.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
The growth of Murray continues to impress me, especially watching him dish it like that right there.
Outside Holiday. Here's White. Here he goes. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Three-pointer. Rebound Boston. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Outside Holiday. Pass to Garnett. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Holiday. Lets it go from deep. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, I feel relatively good about their chances. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now, here is Holiday. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Drew making the game look easy with that 3.
And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the 1, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
There's the triple. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Warriors trailing. Right side Towns. He tries for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
Now here is Holiday. He has 6. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Murray outside. Towns at the elbow. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Towns for 3. Claxton on the follow. Claxton's got 5 now. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Tatum on the wing. Here's Middleton. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And if you're trying to get the most out of Middleton offensively, put him in catch-and-shoot situations.
Outside, Towns. Sinks the triple. He has 7.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum. Launches a 3. And Holiday is good for 3.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shoots the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
DeJounte Murray with the putback. Good effort on the glass.
Now Holiday, 11 points in the game. Banchero outside. Fires for 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. And it's the Warriors' ball. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. To the middle. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Pritchard. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Final.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
And they double up Murray to the left wing. Towns down low. Over Banchero. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Over in the corner, White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Garnett, the screen. Pass to Pritchard. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Connects from three-point range. Middleton's got his second basket of the night. Here's Claxton. Good, and his assist goes to Town. Claxton's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Middleton outside. It's Garnett on the wing. Off target from outside. Pass to Claxton. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Lays it up and banks it in.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Over in the corner, White. Here's Middleton, and it's Boston with another. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Banchero. Going inside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Healed outside. Back to McCollum. Inside. Shot clock at 6. And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Banchero outside. And here's Porzingis for a 3. The Warriors pull it in. Pass to post. Back to Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Oh, Jason Tatum finishes with authority.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
Pass to Wells. Here's Post. Banchero grabs the board.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Banchero with the screen. A wide open look here for Porzingis. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
White, wide open, he fires. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Outside Tatum. The three-pointer, no good. And it's Golden State's ball. For 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 5. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 3. It's White on the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Over in the corner, Claxton. Towns, wide open. And another 3 for Golden State.
Wow. Towns saying, hey, I can go there too.
Garnett outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Garnett's got the game tied up here for Boston.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Butler, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Back to Holiday. Poke loose. Claxton with the steal. Outside Butler. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
And this is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Here's Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Outside Tatum. Boston needs to get off a shot. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
There's a screen. Pass to Butler. Back to Murray. The kick outside to Butler. Golden State moving it around. And a wide open look for Claxton. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Boston with it. Back to Holiday. Out to Porzingis for the lead. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
This is what the fans want to see from Kristaps. The 7-footer knocking down threes.
Outside, Towns. Porzingis with the steal.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Warriors trailed by 3. Here's Towns. Excellent D there from Garnett.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Claxton, no good.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
And they go to the intentional foul. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Here's Pritchard. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Pass to Banchero. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by McCollum. 2 on the clock. And Banchero. Here we go.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
Here's McCollum. They need this one. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Pass to Pritchard. Middleton on the wing. Burks in the corner. Beyond the arc. Tries again. The Warriors pull it in.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And so it's Boston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they're 3. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Celtics leading by 8. In the corner, Middleton with it. Banchero outside. Takes a 3. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Towns, the screen. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And how about the game from Towns? The combination of that height and shooting, probably unmatched in the NBA.
Pass to Hauser. And stolen by Murray. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the three ball is good.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
And they need to use that momentum, clawing their way back via fast break points.
Van Carroll looking around. Pass to Hauser. Shot by Burks. Nobody around. And again, Boston with the triple.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one. His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
Boston leading by 6. Pass to Pritchard. From downtown, it's hauled in by Claxton.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Burks on the wing. Middleton with it, defended by Towns. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Towns for 3. And Boston with the rebound. And Carroll inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
Murray with it. They set the pick. To the paint. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Great D that time from Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. 10-point lead. Garnett the screen. White, good.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Murray outside. Down low. Claxton makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
It's deflected and stolen by Butler. Golden State moving it around. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
There's the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
Out to White. From the arc. That's good. And so Garnett with the assists. White's got 6 in the quarter.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now. Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Boston.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jrue Holiday.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Unreal. Big Cat, one of the game's great scorers, also deadly in the clutch.
The Celtics on offense. 6-point game.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Got it! And now they trail by just 4.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler.
Second team foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Porzingis. And here's Holiday. And so it's Boston sweeping by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at